nesters, welcome back to Nesting Haven. Today we're doing some more thrift shopping. We are at the thrift store hoping to find some vintage items. As you can see, I came across these beautiful Spice of Life Gemco shakers and I absolutely adore the pattern. So this was beautiful. It actually ended up being a planter. They were glued together here. It unfortunately was a newer piece, so I decided to just go ahead and leave it. It didn't really have any drainage in it. Down here, I found this amazing tin can. I love the graphics to it. Of course, the fruits and vegetables are totally my thing. It had a little apple handle on top as well. On the back side, it said homemade remedies for healthy living, and then it listed a bunch of different things that were all things that would happen if you incorporated different fruits. So I thought that was really nice. They always have a lot of neat, different designed coffee mugs at this thrift store. I really love the graphics to this one here. It had a vintage look of a local hospital. And I was excited to find this one here. I did get married in Las Vegas and I never really bothered to pick up any souvenirs while I was there. So anytime I happen upon Las Vegas stuff in the thrift store, I usually always pick it up. And this was a fantastic mug. I loved how it had that kind of white marbling throughout it as well. Check out that amazing Superman slash Clark Kent mug there. That's a cool graphic. I really liked this one here, a smug mug. I've never heard of that, but this is a nice vintage mug. I love the florals to it, of course. Had a nice pedestal bottom to it as well. So I was drawn to this bright yellow mug and was surprised to see it was a hotel advertisement piece. I didn't really realize that was a thing to do on coffee mugs. I guess I have seen vintage ashtrays that advertise old hotels, but that was my first time seeing it on a coffee mug like that. Just as I scooched down to check out the lower shelves, I spied this Otagiri mug. It had this really neat horse on it. It reminded me of the Kentucky Derby. I once threw a Kentucky Derby party. I'd really like to do that again. Once I became a mom, it was just a little difficult to host things, but my kids are 3 and 5 now, so maybe in a couple more years I can go back and try that again because that was a really fun party to throw. So I didn't end up picking up anything on the bottom shelves, but I did grab that Otagiri mug. I just thought it was too great. I tend to shy away from the plastics, but this little Wizard of Oz mug had caught my attention. I just like the graphics on it, but I still decided to pass. They had these watermelon, at least I think they were watermelon vases. They did have a few chips on them, that's why I did not grab them. But you guys know me, I'm always drawn to those fruit and vegetable items. I think I mentioned this the last time I was at this thrift store, but I'm always very tired after I leave here because I have to scooch down, up and down all throughout the store because they have a lot of stuff on lower shelves. I actually ended up picking this up because I thought it looked very cool for Halloween, and I'll probably just put it away until Halloween decor is a thing again, but isn't that neat? I feel like I could picture someone wanting to use that for their Halloween decor. I get a lot of requests to show the lamps, so I did try to. I just don't really see very good lamps, so I tend to just skip over showing them, but you know, I guess I don't really know what people are looking for. I tend to like the mid-century looking ones. I did think this one was pretty neat. It kind of reminded me of a Norman Rockwell picture, and perhaps could have been, depicted off of it, but that was probably my favorite one they had there today. So I always glance at the toy section for my kiddos, of course. I saw this vintage doll furniture. I thought it was really neat. I love that the little door opened. It had a little bit of wear to it, but I thought the overall piece was really great. They were asking $1. I've always heard that you should pick up vintage doll furniture, so I did snag that up. I don't know how well it will do, but I figured it was something you don't see all the time, so I was definitely going to give it a try. I also found this vintage set of letter cards. It has amazing graphics on it. Now, of course, this is great for homeschooling, but they also are used for decorating a lot. You can use the cards and make kind of a garland to add to your different vintage displays. So I thought those are pretty great. I was glancing through the puzzles here and I swear they were pranking me. This was new in package and it was missing a puzzle piece. The circle was completely missing. And this continued on for a little bit here. So it seemed every puzzle I grabbed was missing at least one piece. So I don't know what was going on. I didn't end up picking up any of them, which was unfortunate. But yeah, that was just so crazy. Look at this one here. It's missing just one piece on the top. I think this one was new in package as well, and I'm pretty sure that one was missing a piece too, wasn't it? Let's see. Yep, right there. Completely wrapped up and it was missing a piece. Like, what is going on? The strangest thing. I always think these wooden carved out pieces are really cool. So this one is of a dog. It says Dalmatian throughout it. And then this one was a puzzle piece with, bison spelled out in the ends part of the bison's head. I ended up picking up that bison one. I thought that was just too cool. And the last thing I got over in this section was this awesome set of letter books. Perfect for homeschooling my 5-year-olds right now. He does pretty good with his letters. He's, struggling with the lowercase letters and matching those up. So we're working on that. So I think those books will definitely help. I wish they had more than just this one skein of yarn. I'd never seen this before, washable rug yarn. So would have been interesting to try to make a rug, but certainly that was not enough to do so. So these were kind of neat. I had never seen these before. I think they're similar to what you would find the little hand embroidered ones, but these were plastic canvas yarn, so I think those are for those little craft kits that you could get that you always see and they make the yarn. I've only ever seen the projects done. I've never seen the yarn, the projects to start with, so that was kind of neat to see. I was circling back around and this was a mug I missed the first time. It had these little ducks on it and this was made in England. I thought it was fantastic. It was this nice navy blue color. So I like to look in this section to see if I can find any kits. I almost got this one. It is a stamped cross stitch kit, a little table runner here for Thanksgiving. But as you can see, I saw this hole in there and I wasn't sure if something was missing in the kit. So for that reason, I decided not to get it, even though it kind of did look complete, but maybe someone took a needle out of it or something like that, which could have been replaced pretty easy. So they were asking $8.99 for this amazing picture. I didn't see any markings on it. It did appear to be vintage, just the way it was shaped. It had a really nice quality to it. I just wasn't sure what it was. It definitely reminded me of Fiesta Wear, the watermelon design, but they usually have the seeds on that pattern, so I really wasn't sure what that was. I saw this box and I kind of just could barely see there was some corelle inside. And I was excited when I found there was a mix there, but there was mostly snowflake garland inside, which is pretty hard to come by, really. Now, corelle you always want to check over really well because there will often be light scratches in the piece. You kind of want to shake it back and forth and glimmer it in the light to see what kind of scratches may be in it. And also I'll find along the edges, sometimes they almost look like they're melted a little bit. I don't know what happens there, but I do see that quite often. Here is everything that I purchased today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check out the items I have listed in my eBay store, please go ahead and click the link in my description below, and we will catch you in tomorrow's video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like on your way out. Bye!